Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Sales Chalk Talk Show brought to you by Redcap Sales Coaching. I'm Hugh Little, your head sales wizard at Redcap Sales Coaching and Elite Sales Academy, where you can learn to make selling easy, fun, and profitable. If you're a chiropractor, a realtor, sell HVAC products or services, or run any kind of a service oriented business, you can learn how to serve more people and dramatically increase your conversion ratio, sales, and revenue. Stay tuned and you'll find out how you can take the first step to get started growing your business into the successful enterprise you really want it to be. I'm broadcasting today from Sebring, the very best part of Central Florida. Hey, you're invited to continue making Sales Chalk Talk a part of your learning in 2022 and beyond. Every week, you'll be able to get inside the heads of some of the most brilliant people in the areas of sales, marketing, leadership, business, and success. You can listen to all the past and future Chalk Talks at redcapsalescoaching.com/podcast. Or you can listen on iTunes, and we're just about everywhere else you can listen to podcasts too. On upcoming shows, we'll have a great lineup of guests coming up for you here on Chalk Talk. So stay tuned and learn more and more about how to build your business and your sales. Today, I'm most honored to have business expert William Gammon on the show with me. Let me tell you just a little about Bill. He's an accomplished senior executive, advisor, thought leader, author, and mentor coach with more than 50 years of success across the airline, securities, and insurance industries. Bill has held a leadership position as a financial advisor and vice president for Ameriprise Financial Services. He also founded Gammon and Associates, where he assists clients in formulating clear goals and plans with processes and pathways to achieve and surpass them. For his exceptional leadership, he's been recognized for the Ameriprise Circle of Success Award from 2012 to 2015. Prior to that, he was a top award winning performer at three former broker dealers. He obtained his Bachelor of Business Administration in Marketing and Finance from the University of Iowa, the Henry B. Tibby College of Business. As a sales executive, financial investor, business founder, owner, and coach, Bill has assisted many other highly successful executives, financial advisors, and small business owners to co create, implement, achieve, and surpass goals they previously found challenging. Bill's website is gammonandassociates.net, and we'll be telling you more about what you can find there just a little later in the show. I think you can tell that you're in for another fun, fascinating half hour, so sit down, buckle up, and hold on, folks, because here we go. Hey, Bill, welcome to Chalk Talk.
Thank you so much, Hugh. It's a pleasure to be with you today.
Oh, I've been looking forward to having you on the show. And we're going to talk about some of the basic things that it takes to build a business today. So, first of all, what are the three cornerstones of a successful business?
Well, a successful business is always growing. And to grow any business, I find that regardless of what business it is, whether it's roofing or plumbing or a hair cuttery or a business like yours and mine in coaching, people need more leads, better conversions, which yields more customers. And then once they have those more customers, they need to go to ways to entice those customers to do more transactions. And they need to focus on running that business profitably. Too many businesses are great at doing the fundamentals of what they do, but they aren't real great on keeping tabs on cost. And in the world that we live in, costs have been going up fantastically for everybody. And unless people keep an eye on them and are willing to increase their prices so they retain their profits or increase them, they're going to be in trouble and the customers are going to be going elsewhere. because most small businesses don't last 5 years. And so they need to be working with someone who can help them focus on and keep aware of the things that will make small changes in different areas of their business, which compounded will double their business in a year or less.
That makes total sense. And of course, when it comes to producing revenue, selling is the only way to do it. And in order to be successful at selling, probably the very first thing that has to happen is that you have to have someone with whom to have a sales conversation in the first place. And that means that you have to attract people in the door or onto your Zoom page or a telephone call. You have to create a lead.
Exactly.
So,
That was the first thing we talked about.
yeah. So, what are some of the ways that you can kickstart your marketing so that you have more people to talk to?
Well, it depends on the cycle of business and where someone is in the business. New startup businesses, they need to build customer lists and things and nurture customers, because if you had 1,000 leads and you called every one of them, you would be successful very few times in selling something right now to most of them. And most people sort of get frustrated from doing it that way instead of doing it the intelligent way. You give away something that'll cause them to come to you, to get on your mail list or do something of that nature, so that you have someone to market to, because the buying cycle today has gone up. It used to take 5 to 7 contacts to sell something to somebody. Now it's a dozen or more. And so you need to understand the buying cycle and have a way to nurture people, and through a contact way, like a drip email or something like that, once you got them started, and follow up on them. Because 1% of those people that you talk to, if you talk to 10 people in the next 2 hours, one of them might be a now buyer today. And his motivation might be different from the others. He might need it. The others could use it, but not now, or not afford it right now. And so you have to have a way to follow up on those 9 out of 10 that aren't going to buy from you right now, and to keep showing them value over time, because what people buy isn't really price. That's proven over and over again. People buy value, and value is put in by what we do and how we position our product and deliver our product to our customers and clients. And we do that by giving them more for their money in value than someone else only selling price.
So that brings up another kind of interesting piece of the puzzle. How does customer education affect customer retention?
Customer education shows them how your product really meets their need best over time and provides the value that they're really looking for, rather than another product that might be cheaper but's inferior and will not do the same thing. And as we know, when we buy inferior things, they don't really meet our needs long term, and we end up replacing them with something that costs a little more but will give us a quite longer service life and a better overall result.
So you and I haven't discussed this, and I don't know whether you'll agree with me about this or not, Bill. I honestly believe that the sales conversation that takes place is not primarily about customer education. It's about finding out what people want and why they want it. And then if you can give that to them, you're well on your way to a positive buying decision. And the customer education comes after they become a client, especially in a service-oriented coaching type business or healthcare type business. I think that just because of who we are, we have a tendency to want to educate people. And so a lot of times people spend too much time telling people all about how everything works and trying to educate them when really they should be selling to them first and then educating them.
Well, until I find out what a customer wants and needs and help them clarify that need, because the first time they tell you what they want, if I ask 9 out of 10 people what they want when I call, the first thing they'll tell me is what they don't want and what they want to get rid of.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes it takes us a while to get from what they don't want to what they really want.
That's an important point. You bet.
And it only takes a little while in a conversation for people to understand that when we find that out, we can help them clarify those wants and focus on those wants and needs that they have specifically so that they're not buying everything they don't need to make the few things they do need. We're not here to sell them ABC or XYZ. We're here to help them build their business, and we can help them do it in a lot of different ways. On my website at gammonandassociates.net, I have tools, including 40 different ways and areas that I look at their business with almost 5 million, more than 4 million. AI looks at each of those 40 ways.
Wow.
Now, if somebody tried to do all that at once, they would be overwhelmed, and overwhelmed is bigger than COVID.
Uh-huh.
It's too much of a problem for too many people in the world today.
That's right.
And so I focus on 12 of the most common ones when I talk to people to see which of those 12 would fit them best. And then we focus on the ones of those 12 that would bring them the most profit first. But before we focus on any of them, we get to know each other and what they need, and what I have might help them do exactly what they all want: more profit in their bank accounts. That's why they're in business in the first place.
Sure.
And to get that, they have to serve their customers and clients better than the competition. And to do that, they have to create an offer that's compelling to get started with anybody. And that offer has to provide the value that they're seeking.
Now, my next question is kind of complex, and it has to do with maybe some strategies about some of the things that we've talked about. What are some of the business strategies that a business owner should know about to increase leads, conversions, and profits, and to lower costs?
The way you do those is you focus on what they want to the clients that are going to need those things, and you target your customer. You know who your customer is. You know what his avatar or her avatar is, so that you can direct and refine your marketing target to one that is receptive to what you're selling. In other words, I don't sell shorts to people in Alaska in the wintertime, or straw hats don't sell in the fall. And so you need to focus the things that people need when they need them, and have something that's really a value to provide to them for what it is that the client is selling. You're looking to meet the client's needs of the client, not your needs. And so it's different for people in different areas, but it's very similar in focusing on their market.
I want to talk a little bit about risk, particularly about the perceived risk of letting go of money right now. Because as you well know, Bill, and I do too, and so does everybody, we're in a period of inflation, and prices have just gone sky high in so many areas. And I think people are scared, and they see investing their money in something that could be of tremendous help in their business or in their life. They see that as being really risky, because what if taxes go up? What if prices keep going up? What if I don't have enough? And so my question is, how can we help more people move past that perceived risk?
Okay. I'm going to answer that sort of in the way that it was asked.
Okay.
The what ifs that you offered up all have to do with fears.
Mm-hmm.
And those fears are because there is scarcity in the mind of the people.
Yes.
But what if their business kept going the wrong way or not growing? And all of those things occurred. If their business didn't grow, at least at that level, they're losing ground.
Mm-hmm.
But if they were able to create ways to increase the leads and the conversion rates and other things, and at the same time, they had a guarantee that it wouldn't cost them any more money in marketing costs than they're already spending, and a further increase that someone like me, and I do make this offer to folks, would find them the money to start with and not charge them my fees unless we made more than what we said it would cost them in any month going forward for the next year. Then I've already paid for it in what I found them and then some. And so where is their risk? It's already covered.
Right.
And so one way is with an agreement that says, I will show you the way. I will help you clarify your goals. And we'll put together a program with a dozen different ways to increase your business. And then each month, if we don't make 2 times more than what it costs you, your month is free. And so the way I deal with what you talked about there in eliminating risk is I eliminate every risk that I can, but the risk that's left is they got some work to do. But we'll focus on things one thing at a time in the order of profitability to their business. And those profits start to show up in 60 to 90 days in clients' accounts and scale up from there. To really enroll a new habit in any person's mind, it takes some time and some effort because 95% of the things we all do are controlled by our unconscious mind, not our conscious mind. And to move a new idea, like a New Year's resolution or a new habit from conscious want to unconscious, let it in, let's do it. And it's a whole lot easier once it does. Take some repetition and some work and some consistency and practice of doing it time over time until it becomes a habit. And then the mind says, okay, I'll do that automatically now going forward because now it's become a habit. And our habits were ingrained mostly by the way we were socialized and the way we sort of followed others, our parents, our teachers, and others told us we should do this, we ought to do that, this, that, and the other. I've met a college professor before that told me the reason he's a professor is what his parents wanted him to do, and he wasn't happy doing it. And so different people get to different places for different reasons, but they all want to do something better. And everyone wants to improve themselves from where they are because no matter where the mountain is we scale, when we get to the top, our vision goes further down the range. We see higher mountains and other things we want to achieve. When we were making 50,000, we wanted to make 100. When we were making 100, we wanted to make 2 or 250, and then 500, a million and more. And those 95% of the things that subconscious mind, as it allows new things in, what used to be easy or difficult, easy becomes routine. And things that people lose in sales or could not sell in the past become new, happy clients that refer you and introduce you to their friends and neighbors. And that's the best way to grow business.
Folks, we'll be right back with our special guest, business expert Bill Gammon, and talk more about how you can be more successful in your business, your marketing, and your sales. We want to urge you to visit Bill's website at gammonandassociates.net. You'll find some awesome blogs that will help you build up your business to where you really want it to be. If you have a question or a challenge about your business and you'd like some advice from an expert, you can go to the Ask Bill tab and get an answer absolutely free. You can do a free evaluation of your current marketing program and then have a free 30-minute conversation with Bill to get some great ideas and strategies for building your business. On Thursday, December 1st, 2002, you can take advantage of a free webinar at 6:30 p.m. You can also opt to watch on Saturday, December 3rd, 2002 at 10 a.m. Just register at bit.ly, that's bit.ly slash the number 3 TIP capital W D capital H to double your business in 12 months or less. And we'll put that link in the show notes as well. You'll learn to generate more leads, you'll get higher conversions and greater profits. Seats are limited, so reserve yours today. Check out Bill's website at gammonandassociates.net right after the show. Or you can even pause the recording and check it out right now and take advantage of all the good stuff there. I promise you'll be really glad you did. Now, if you leave to look at the website, be sure you come back and listen to the rest of the show, though, because Bill has some more great stuff for you. We're back with our very special guest, the business growth expert, Bill Gammon. Bill's website is gammonandassociates.net. You know, I believe that everybody on this planet is here for a reason, that everybody has something to contribute. How can we clarify our calling in our work and in our world, Bill?
I use the 80-20 Pareto principle to help clients with that one. If they've got a dozen things to do, 20% of the things are really the ones they should focus on first.
Mm-hmm.
But I then take the Pareto principle to the second level. If they got 100 things to do, that takes 100 down to 20. And if you do it again on the 20, now you got 4. 4 is a hell of a lot easier to do business with than 20.
Sure.
And so we start with those 4. And we start with those because they will be the ones that benefit them the most and the greatest. And we implement them in a one at a time scale, not overlooking the others, but focusing on doing the things that are going to bring most money now, because that's what people are afraid of. You said money's scarce. We're afraid of it. So let's get you the most quickest. And let's keep it growing and growing it more. The first business I ever founded, I put my name in every one of the org boxes. And I convinced myself I'm going to have other names in those boxes. So I am the owner of the business and the founder and master of the business, but I have a lot of people helping me in the business. And that's the way you build businesses. You work on them alone until you find it's grown. Then you find the help to make sure you're servicing your clients better than the competition is. Because if you do that, you keep them, you grow, and they grow with you. And they become the best way for you to continue to build a business, because they all have family and friends and people they work with. They want to know how they doing so well. And guess what? Easiest person to add to any business is someone a current client introduces you, isn't it you?
That's right. Very best kind of lead is a referral.
And the best kind of referral goes one step further, an introduction.
Mhm.
Don't just tell them about me, introduce them to me.
Mhm.
So now we've been introduced and we've got a basis to go forward or discover there's no need to because their needs are different from yours.
Sure.
And that's okay too. Not everybody is going to be my client, and I'm not going to be everybody's coach. But there's a lot of people out there that could use what I have to help them get where they want to go a whole lot faster with rocket fuel.
Well, Bill, it has been tremendous having you with me here on Chalk Talk today. Before I let you go, I do have one more question for you, and this is one that we ask all of our guests on every show. It's based on one of my favorite books, The One Thing. So, if you could give our listeners just one piece of advice that you consider to be the most important in gaining success in their businesses, their sales, their relationships, their lives, what's the one thing, Bill?
The one thing I've found is a coach who cares about you or a mentor that cares about you that will sit down with you, find out what you want, discover what your needs and goals are, and then help you build a roadmap from where you are to where you want to go and put milestones in it so that you can celebrate each one and go upward, spiraling up from each, because that roadmap might be several years to get from where you are to where you want to go based on where you are today. But if you have milestones there and you can celebrate each one, it's like eating an elephant one bite at a time and celebrating each dinner as a victory. And those milestones keep you above what I call the hope line. If you took a piece of paper and you put a line across the middle of it, I call that the hope line. North of that line, you're spiraling up. South of that line, you're spiraling down. And you want to stay on the upside of it because it's easy to despair and lose faith and become frustrated in today's world with everything that's going on, all the negative news and all the negative things. Those people on the south side of that line, they need someone on the north side to throw them a lifesaver of hope and to spend some time with them, getting them up above the line and then helping them go from there to their destination and their dreams. That's what I think, you.
Folks, here at Sales Chalk Talk, we believe in taking action. So check out Bill's website at gammonandassociates.net. Check out the awesome blogs that will help you build up your business to where you really want it to be. Click the Ask Bill tab and get advice from an expert absolutely free. Do the free evaluation of your current marketing program and then have a free 30-minute conversation with Bill to get some great ideas and strategies for building your business. Take advantage of the free webinar on Thursday or Saturday. Register at bit.ly/3 TIP capital W D capital H to double your business in 12 months or less. You'll learn to generate more leads, get higher conversions, and greater profits. Seats are limited, so reserve yours today. You'll find the link in the show notes. Don't procrastinate. Take massive action now. Go to Bill's website at gammonandassociates.net right now and take advantage of all the great stuff you'll find there. I also promised to give you some information about how to increase your business and sales. So here it is. If you'd like to start scaling your sales and revenue, you can have a free sales strategy session with me. Just go to redcapsalescoaching.com and click a button on any page to schedule your free, valuable, no pressure session. You'll also find a ton of free information at redcapsalescoaching.com that will help you tremendously in increasing your sales. Well, Bill, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and share all this great stuff with me and with the audience. Come back and talk to me again sometime soon.
I'd love to.
Well, folks, that's about it for today's Sales Chalk Talk. We'll be back soon with another great Chalk Talk. We hope you'll join us then. Until then, make it fun and make it profitable. So long, Bill. So long, everybody. and good selling.